So obviously you've heard about Hockeyville. Thank you so much for your ongoing tweets and whatnot, reaching out to the rest of the province. How important do you think Hockeyville is for your home constituency?
Well, it could be very important. The 25 already is going to be very helpful, and I guess we'll now wait and see on Saturday if we got enough votes. But being in the final 16 provided a nice shot in the arm. And, we've got, I know the Broncos, the city, have some great ideas for the money should we be successful. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Absolutely. We've spoken with a lot of former Broncos players who have, spanned kind of the world with their playing careers. They've all been so, appreciative of Swift Current for what they've done during their junior hockey career. Why do you think it is that Swift Current is such a great hockey base considering it is so small?
It is small. I believe we're still the smallest market to have a major junior franchise in Canada. And, that speaks volumes. We've been able to have the team here now for a very long time, interrupted briefly. And then, of course, there was another era even before this current one. I just think it's it's very much family. Those players that would have made those comments were billeted here, and I think we realize that in a community and a market our size that this is as much about family as it is about anything else, and the Bronco family is extended, obviously, and so we're hoping enough of the family members and their friends voted, and we get to have some pretty good news on the weekend.
Absolutely. Now, we've spoken with a lot of people, young and old alike, but really, what do you think an impact of an NHL preseason game in a community that does already have a WHL team, what kind of impact do you feel that will impress upon the youth in this area?
Oh, I think it sends a great signal about just what's available in Swift Current, what can happen right there at the iPlex. I've been to a game, an NHL preseason game in Saskatoon. It's pretty electric to have the teams come play in Saskatchewan, just because, Saskatchewan has more per capita NHLers, produces more per capita NHLers than any place in Canada. We saw that even on the Olympic team. We had sort of more per capita representation on our Olympic team than any other province in the country. So obviously it's a big deal, and within that province, within that hockey hotbed of Saskatchewan, there's a place like Swift Current, the smallest market for a major junior team. So I think the exhibition game will be fantastic, and I hope you'll get to see it.
With the $100,000, the plan right now is to obviously improve the accessibility functions at the iPlex and also to retrofit for example, sledge hockey. But the other component of that is a legacy piece to honor the Swift Current Broncos players who passed away in the 86 bus crash. What kind of feelings do you have about that?
I remember, I was born and raised in Swift Current. I remember in 1986, I was in third-year university, and I recall just how shocked I was. I was in Saskatoon at the time. It was just a devastating tragedy, and I think it's a perfect use for some of these dollars. First of all, the accessibility piece is very positive, but that we would honor the memory of that particular team, the teams, frankly, that followed right after that tragedy, not very long after, of course, overcoming a lot, getting to the Memorial Cup and winning, but more importantly, to honor the memory of those that were lost. I remember Scott Kruger. I remember playing road hockey with him on the south side of Swift Current, and so I think that's a perfect use for the dollars. And again, I hope we're successful on the weekend.